Greetings, Internet Sojourners. Welcome back to the MMORPG stream. We are so glad to be back with you here live on Twitch. For my YouTube viewers as well, thank you for joining me here. Mr. Best Friend is sitting at level 48 and 60% to 49. I am so excited to get up into the 50s. The anticipation is building. I've set a goal. I want to be level 50 by the end of January, and I hope that you can join me as we continue to progress through Mr. Best Friend's journey. Thank you all for all your support for the channel. It continues to grow. I'm super stoked about it. I've been loving doing this for you guys, but I'm not going to belabor the point anymore. Let's get started here, out here in Emerald Jungle, doing some charm killing. I've got some buffs up on me right now. I've got my arch shielding. I've got my steel skin. So I just need to get a Call of Bones up here. Get my Drain Spirit up so I'm ready to go into attack mode. And then we're going to get out here and look for gorillas. My primary target has been gorillas up here in the northwestern part of Emerald Jungle. These guys right here, tottering gorillas, great. Charm pet for this level. Charm holds pretty good for the most part. I had a few close calls as I was doing a little bit of grinding earlier. Had to feint a couple, no big deal, no deaths. Oh, shoot. Okay, this gorilla wants to play. Luckily, we can grab this gorilla. And we'll just sick him on that gorilla. This shouldn't be a big deal. That my charm gorilla should pretty much wreck this little greenie here. Oh, what am I doing? I don't have my chat up. Oh, I do have my chat up. It's just, it disappeared. That's funny. It went to another window. Alright, so one of the things I like to do when I'm doing this is I like to keep Vampiric Curse up on me. Uh-oh. Alright, we're going to put that steel skin to work here. Oh goodness, he's already eaten through my steel skin. Let's get him recharmed. Ah, that's not ideal. Charm break, root break, everything breaks. Come on, wake up. Okay. There we go. Okay, gonna get a Drain Spirit on him so I get all my health back. And really what I'm doing is I'm just trying to get these tottering gorillas, the ones that I'm using as a pet, down to low health, and then I just kill them. If I'm fighting a green, I'm not going to release the pet to try to get that full experience on the green because I don't think it's worth it. But whenever I have a blue, that's whenever I release the pet, nuke the blue, typically get the enemy about down to 5%, and then if the pet hits 5%, I release him, nuke him. And there's kind of a safe spot I've been pulling to, and it's over there. It's that hill right here. It's not 100% safe, but it's not frequented by a whole lot of enemies. And then one thing that's very important when you're charming is you need to keep a root up on your enemy as much as possible. Otherwise, whenever charm does break, you're in trouble. Because now you have two enemies on you instead of one. Uh-oh. Not really uh-oh, but I do have a second. This is actually kind of ideal. I have a second enemy hitting my pet here. So I need to get a root on him. Let me see, are my... Okay, my sound effects are working. It was doing... Ah, the shortcuts aren't working, okay. That's an issue with me not running the program as administrator. Get it next time. I'm not really super worried about it. See, I'm wanting these two to be pretty nice and even in health. That way, all I have to do is break charm, can kind of nuke them both down with two, like, baby nukes is the most ideal scenario. It looks like it's going to kind of come down to the wire on this one. They're staying pretty close, actually. I like this. Mine is at 18. The enemy is at 15. So now I'm going to get ready to... One more hit. There we go. All right. Then I just park my gorilla here. You've been a good boy, but it's time for you to die. And I go ahead and do this. Circlet of Shadows that I picked up the other day in Temple of Droga. Okay, he's at 14%, so he could have been a little bit lower, but that's alright. Ah, that's what I don't like that. Whenever you hit them with a spell and they have 1% left. But we can drop a Vampiric Curse on him to get some life back. Uh-oh. It's actually kind of bad news there. We are going to have to life tap this gorilla. That way I have good life to sit and med before I go back out to find another gorilla. This is really efficient experience compared to using a pet. You're basically getting 2 mobs for the price of 1. If it pans out perfectly, I get to med through the entire fight, break charm, and then nuke 2 mobs 1 time. That's like the ideal scenario. That doesn't always happen, though. In fact, I would say that rarely happens. But I got 3% experience towards the next level just in those two mobs. I hope y'all are having a great Saturday. For my YouTube viewers, I hope you're having a great day as well. Whenever you watch this, whether it's here in 2024 or later, I will keep all of the videos up, even the old ones that are really bad. The ones that have the fake green screen driven by the CPU with the headset mic that's all crackly. I'm going to keep it up. That way it's all there for historic purposes. I would prefer to leave it up, that way people can go back and watch the whole thing, even if they don't necessarily enjoy the dreadful, or I guess, let's say, if they don't mind the dreadful audio on the initial, probably half of the videos so far. I have seen worse. I will say that. I was watching one streamer, he had no limiter. So I'm watching him, his voice is normal, and then all of a sudden he yells or something goes through, and I was like, ah, like, it was bad. I was like, oh man, put a limiter on for your viewers' sake. Somebody's going to sue you for hearing loss. What a limiter does is it takes the peaks of the audio and clips them off so that you can't, like, blow somebody's eardrums out. Typically, I set mine around -6 decibels. That way, nothing will really go over that. If it does, it starts getting really crackly, and it will cut it off. All right, mana's looking good, so we're... Actually, you know what? One thing that I need to continue to do, is keep Steel Skin up. Even though it is like a mana sink. That Steel Skin is a bubble that will save your butt. And when Charm breaks, it really comes in handy. So let's take a look out here. We should find another gorilla. It's getting dark. I don't like it when it's dark out here. It gets a lot harder to see the gorillas. The gorillas themselves are pretty dark. But I have located one up on top of this hill, and hopefully I can get a charm on him before he moves, because these hills block line of sight. Alright, we got him. Now I just need to find something to Pokemon battle him against. Alright, we have another gorilla. Perfect. And the hill didn't block line of sight there, thank goodness. Now, what you want is for charm to last through this entire fight. Then you can med. And then you want them very close in health. It's a little bit harder on the Necro compared to an Enchanter. Enchanters have a lot of little tools they can use. For example, if your pet is taking too much health, you can drop a slow on the enemy so that they don't hit as often. Another thing you can do is order your pet to sit down, which causes him to get hit a little bit harder on the next melee swing from the enemy. Which is what I'm doing here to try to get him a little bit more even. Uh-oh. Ratwill, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Cast Nation. Appreciate you joining me here on the beautiful Saturday that this is. I hope you like necromancers. I hope you like Everquest, because that is what we do here. Uh-oh. That was a very cruddy root. That root lasted all of about a second and a half. Looking pretty close. Ratwell says, yep, my favorite game. Nice. Man, that's a tough one. I don't know if I could really say what my favorite game is. EQ is right there at the top, though. It's probably like a toss-up between Diablo 2, EverQuest, and vanilla World of Warcraft. Like OG, first edition. Alright, it's time to initiate. The charm break. Okay, let's see, who's lower? My old pet is lower, so he will die first. Oh, that's unfortunate. 0%. 0% health. It just barely had to cast another spell. We're going to do a little bit of root rotting here just to get some mana back while we wait for this guy to die. So this is my solo self-found necromancer. It's probably the most consistent I've ever played an EQ character. Oh, I'm so sorry I missed that. Let me see. That was Breaks the Water. Thank you. Thank you for your follow as well. So Mr. Best Friend here, he's an Ixar Necromancer. He's level 48, and he is solo self-found and Kunark only. So he has never left Kunark. And everything that I have on him is from Kunark and found myself. So I spent a lot of time in Dalnir. I spent a lot of time in Temple of Droga, some time in Kesora, pulling a bunch of gear. And now we are trying to push to level 50. Ratwell says, best community game for me. Yeah, for sure. It's actually kind of something that I miss is grouping. I've been doing this solo self-found for 4.5 months now, and I do miss grouping. It's so much fun to get in a group, chat with people. The game is so conducive to chatting because you have all this downtime. You know, everybody's meeting in camp, waiting for the next pull. People really get to know each other on this game versus modern MMOs. Everyone's just chasing a nameless stranger tank, you know, trying to keep up through a dungeon. Grouping is just not the same in new MMOs. And nobody cares. Nobody cares to get to know each other in a new MMO because you queue up for a dungeon, you're going to get matched with 4 other strangers. You're never going to see them again. It's like, you know, versus on EQ, you end up grouping almost like with the same people. Like you make friends with a group, and if you all play around the same time, which is kind of natural, because you all grouped at that time, and whenever you get consistent, you end up grouping with the same folks kind of all the way up through the levels. It's a great community thing. People give away gear because it's not all soulbound or whatever the term is. Requires other people's help to get a lot of things done. So people are naturally a lot more friendly with each other because you don't want to be a jerk and then get blacklisted. Yeah, all good things. I love that about EQ as well. However, I am doing the solo self-found, which means no grouping, and other players are almost like a little bit of an obstacle or a danger to me. And one time, if you go back in my YouTube channel, there's a video called I'm Sorry, Juke. One time I was a danger to somebody else and got them killed, and I felt terrible. I was that guy. I was Mr. That Guy that night. I tried to make amends with him. I tried to give him spells, research spells for him because he was a Shadow Knight, but he turned me down. Understandable. I felt so bad. Ratwell says happens. Yeah, that's what most folks are saying. Everybody's been really supportive. You know, they're like, hey, don't sweat it too much. I try not to, but being like a content creator and trying to establish a community here, I don't want to like have that negative connotation on the channel. Like, oh, this streamer got me killed. Like that is absolutely not what I wanted. Streamers kind of get a bad rap in a lot of these games because they do dumb things. I was one of those for that night, but it was more out of my own inexperience and stupidity than anything. All right, we got another gorilla up here in that exact same spot. Let's see if we can grab him. And let's hope Charm lasts through this entire thing. And we're 66% to the next level, so I get new spells at level 49. Unfortunately, I won't get a whole lot of really good spells because I need to research them. And as a solo self-found, research is probably the most challenging part of doing this because necromancers, they're really solo friendly, but the research part versus being able to go buy your spells is kind of the big thing. Gear is gear, but the research, the spells are really important. So I will have to find those. That's going to take some time. I'm probably not going to have my 49 spells till somewhere in the 50s. Still trying to work out where to go to even research them. Wow, my pet has completely whooped up on this guy, so I'm going to watch really closely. As soon as he hits about one more hit on him, maybe 2 more hits here. There we go. Get a fresh root on the enemy. Have my pet stay there. And then we're going to break Fane with my nice new Circlet of Shadows. Or break Fane. Break, Ah. There we go. Oh no, that was a bad route. That was another bad route. This is turning out pretty bad. Okay, we need to get this guy down. I'm gonna get a vampiric curse up so I can regen some health. Is there another gorilla around I can nab? I do not see another gorilla. Oh wait, here we go. Oh, that's a tottering ape. He's like a green. I guess it's better than nothing. Root has broken. I'm going to assume that this blue conned enemy is going to really beat up on my green con pet. He's not even like a light blue. He's... Ugh. I'm just going to let him die. It's not even worth breaking to try to kill him. I need some more mana here. I don't want to overcommit my mana bar. So I may just... Uh-oh. I may just root rot him. Oh my gosh. I don't know if root rotting this guy is gonna work. Oof. He's a tough one. He must be higher level. Root is breaking a lot on him. Let me get this guy down and then I'll read the comment. I'm a little bit concerned right now. Let's see. Ratwell says, have you thought about TT for experience? I was soloing there on my cleric. Is that... What is TT? Oh, goodness. I'm thinking what we need to do... We need to get a fear on my bar here for this guy. Do you mean Timorous Deep? TD? We need some more distance between us and this guy. Oh my. Oh goodness. I really don't want to have to feign this guy, but man, root will not last. I'm wondering if fear would be just as bad. We're just gonna, like, I'm just gonna drop a huge nuke on him. Oh my, that fear lasted like 3 seconds. Or, not fear, root. Ah! I was stunned right next to him. Okay, no nuke, because now we need health. I'm just gonna drain him completely, and I'm gonna have no mana. Yeah, screw that gorilla. That was probably the worst gorilla I've ever fought. There's really no way to tell what level they are. You just get a blue con. Some of them are at the lower end of the blue spectrum, and some are at the higher end. And then if they're at the higher end, roots last, I guess, a very short time due to the level difference. Yeah, I did do some Timorous Deep to get um, some gear. I camped the Great Uwamp. Oh, Ratwell says Trakanon's Teeth. That's right. I should have known that. I was in Trakanon's Teeth yesterday or the day before. Totem Fiendling Pet. I just saw like a pet go running by. What is a Totem Fiendling? We have a lot of med time, so I'm going to go ahead and bring up the wiki here. Okay, so the Totem Fiendling is a level 39 Gorilla Shaman that is immune to flee and can see invis. Description, that screenshot is hilarious. I wonder how rare this mob is or what. It doesn't really say it's rare. It doesn't say it drops anything. That's very strange. Never seen that guy. Ratwell says, sorry, wanted spelling proper. No problem. Yeah, Trakanon's Teeth, I think it's a little bit high for me right now. I tried doing some charming on some undead out there, and they were too high. The charm wouldn't last very long at all. Root wouldn't last very long. And as you probably know, the mobs in Kunark have really high magic resist, which makes them a total pain to fight. Ratwell says they attack me in EJ when doing turn-in with Chamois. Huh. Yeah, I've never seen them run through here, so that was new for me. We need to do some meditation here. I'm at 50% mana, and I don't want to go out till I'm at 100%. There we go. I wanted some new music. That music was a little too upbeat. It was kind of giving me anxiety, or I felt like I was talking over the music too much. I like it being in the background. I don't like to have to feel like I'm yelling over it. Yeah, EJ is it's been a decent spot to get 48 to 49, but it's been kind of tough as well. Yeah, there he is again. I'm going to park myself up here and hopefully he just paths on by. I could come back here for 49 to 50. I'm kind of trying to decide where to go next. Charming has been very efficient, but it's also a little bit stressful. And I really need to go somewhere that I can get spell research, but I don't know really if there's a good spot to do that right at 49. I was looking at the mobs in Trakanon's Teeth, and some of them do drop the level 49 spell research components. However, I couldn't find a spot where I could very easily pull them like this place. They seemed like they were all out in the middle, and you would have to run a really long way to get to the zone wall. And they're shamans, so there are a lot of shamans out there in Trakanon's Teeth, and they're fast because they have Spirit of Wolf. I do not have Spirit of Wolf, or what are they? J boots. I have to run at slow speed all the time, so that's Not ideal, yeah, fighting a shaman. Ratwell says, and pets. Yeah. So I would have a pet beating on me and a shaman beating on me, trying to run back to the wall. Another thing I was looking at is raptors. Let's see, can we find a gorilla? Oh, there's the tainted gorilla for the epic. I'm not going to mess with him. He's level 49. Or 47, I think. Okay, here we go. We found a tottering gorilla. That's my ideal target. And we found another one if I can grab him before he goes off that ledge. And we're going to strafe run back. Uh-oh, Call of Bones fell off. I knew that was going to happen. I was going to recast it, and then I found those gorillas. We're going to get all the way back up here. There we go. They look like they're staying pretty even, which is good for me. Actually, he's pulling ahead. So it's looking like I'm going to have to break my pet here soon. There we go, 5%. Uh-oh. Root broke early. That's okay. There's one down. And we'll just root rot this one. Ooh, he resisted that root. Nasty gorilla. But yeah, this has been pretty fast. The Temple of Droga, I was getting probably about a 0.5% per kill. It was easy. It was definitely not as challenging as this. This isn't that challenging, but it is takes a lot more engagement. You got to be really thinking about what you're doing. And then you have the charm breaks, the root breaks. Versus Temple of Drogo was really predictable. Just pretty much had to nuke. We're gonna get a good dot on this guy to make sure he goes down. Next level I get some better dots. I'm excited for that. I really want to get the Lich spell, but that's going to take research. I really want the pet spell as well, but that's going to take research. Pretty much if it's a good spell, it's going to take research. And that's going to make pushing into the 50s harder because you're not fully equipped until you have your upgraded spells. So you're taking a knife to a gunfight when you get into the 50s and the mobs have 8,000 HP and you're rocking level 35 and 40 spells. I was hoping my last dot would kill him. Let's see. One last tick. Nope. So I had to spend the mana on a nuke, but that's okay. That's why I had that baby nuke up on my bar. 72% though, not bad. Almost level 49. So Ratwell, if you're still here, where did you solo on your cleric in Trakanon's Teeth? Did you solo on the undead in that? There's like an undead city out there. I was out checking it out the other day. Let's get a new fresh steel skin up. Ratwell says, yes, undead spawn to the right from EJ. Yeah, I did see that spot. Just rooted and nuked. I may try that once I get a few more levels. Right now, when I was trying those guys, the roots were not lasting very long at all, like 2-3 seconds, and it would break. I was actually really close to dying. Because they would remember me after I feigned, and they could go through the walls. Because I was at there's like a cave full of them too, or a tunnel. And as soon as I would stand up, they would just teleport through the wall and hit me. Ratwell says, forgot what level. Yeah, I think the lower end, they're like starting at 42 and they go all the way up to 47. For those spectral, they're called spectral keepers. All right, mana bar is looking pretty good. I'm going to give it 1 or 2 more ticks, then we'll go out look for some gorillas to kill here. Ratwell says champ was a little higher. Yeah, that's the one who was giving me trouble. Maybe I just avoid the champs. Where the other ones though, I think they're wizards. So did they nuke you when they were rooted? Because that's one concern I have is you root them and it just pisses them off and then they just nuke. Don't go out of range. Don't go out of range. Okay, I got him. Where are all the gorillas? There's a gorilla. Ratwell says, I think I was faster or used a stun nuke. I do have one of those. Alright, I'm going to park myself high up on this hill, so if charm does break, I have a little bit of time to react. Let these two gorillas Pokemon battle each other out. I filtered my spells wearing off over to a new window. That way I can keep an eye on it. Because Pig Parse, I use Pig Parse, it doesn't have a root break trigger like it does for Charm, and I don't understand that. And I think somebody suggested it to the developer. I'm not sure why they haven't added it. Because I see they do updates, shoot, almost every day on that Pig Parse program. But that's okay, because I'm not the one making the software, and I'm not a coder, so I couldn't even try to fix it, or not fix it, but add it if I wanted to. I used to do a little coding when I played MUDs. MUDs are like the text-based grandfathers of EverQuest. And it took some coding just to make the game kind of more user-friendly. It was more like scripting, actually. All right, perfect. You park right there. We'll finish off this one. That was pretty ideal. They were really close. That's what you want. You want them like both super close, and then you break them at just the right time, and then you can just nuke them both. Perfect. I wish every pull would go like that. Words of coercion. What are the words of coercion for? I think these are magician words. Yeah, they are. We don't like magician words around here. Yeah. Alright, let's go grab this gorilla over here, if he doesn't get too far away. Stay right there, gorilla. I'm gonna make you my pet. You will fight for me and do my bidding. And then when I'm done with you, I'm gonna nuke you. Thought I saw a flower around here, but he must have got away. One thing I do wish is there was a few more gorillas in this spot. I was fighting over here at one point, and this is really where they're concentrated. But I was getting, like, overrun. It was a little bit faster. Oh, there's the totem feeling. Oh, I don't want to mess with him. He's a shaman. It was a little bit faster, but I was, like, really risky. I guess I'm going to grab this flower because there's really nothing... Oh, shoot. Those things are nasty. I wonder how a gorilla does against this guy. Let's try to get him back. This is a Tracoraptor that I'm fighting now. I've never fought one of these. I just want my pet out of the aggro field here. And it looks like my pet's really beating up this raptor. They must not... I think if I remember right, I read it on the wiki, the raptors typically have less health. They're just fast. That's kind of their shtick. They're fast, but they're kind of not very resilient. There's the tainted gorilla over there. I don't know if I want to mess with him either. Ah! Ah! Oh no. Okay, this is bad. I have way too many enemies on me. Hopefully he's not casting... Oh, shoot. Okay. Let's see if we can feign. Oh, that was scary. Oof. That was a tottering gorilla. I've never had anything come up on me in this hill. And I've been here for several hours. What the heck? Oh my. Whatever, we lived. Now what we gotta watch out for is when we stand up. I had 3 mobs on me. So if we stand up and any one of those remembers me, we're gonna be in trouble. We're gonna have to feign again. I'm gonna let him get some distance. We're gonna do some safety feigns here. Just in case. Because they will remember you through feigned death sometimes. I had one remember me 4 feigns in a row. And I always wait for feign to come back up before I stand up. Alright, let's hop up. I don't think anything's coming. Man, I've never had anything walk up on this hill like that. And then there was 2 out of the blue. And it is time for some new buffs. I'm just glad we lived. That was scary because I see the totem fiendling. And there was another gorilla, and luckily my pet got in there and he took the aggro. I think without that, that would have been potentially a death. I'm going to use a Lure of Death instead of Call of Bones so I don't deplete what little health I have here. I'm at 50% health. But as soon as I get some mana back and I feel comfortable, I'm going to replace it with Call of Bones. Crix919, welcome back to the stream. Thanks for contributing to the 24-hour stream challenge. I feel like we're almost there. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, there's that totem fiendling again. We may need to move spots. I don't know if this spot is safe anymore. Yeah, we're at 80% to the 24-hour stream. So I feel like that's going to happen sooner rather than later. I want to have full mana before I go because I'm going to have to life tap something probably twice. Almost there. I don't know, I'm a little bit nervous now. That was scary. Never had anything run up on me. I feel like my safe spot has been violated. I almost wonder if I should kill that tainted gorilla because I don't like him. Yeah, there he is again. Maybe we just pull a little bit further back away from this hill. As much as I love running to find things, if you guys that have been watching for a while, you know my least favorite way to level is having to run places and like pluck things from fields. I think Field of Bone, I got burnt out on it, and I've never wanted to do it since. Okay, now I'm nice and healthy. I've got 100% health. But my pet is beating this this enemy up a little too fast for my liking. So I'm trying to make him sit. You can look down here. I'm making him sit down and get hit a little bit harder. Ratwell says, Lake of Ill Omen, I found a 7-minute spawn undead that didn't move. Ooh. Okay. We need to break charm. We have another gorilla pathing right by us as well. Oh, no. Oh, we have 3 gorillas. Okay, how are we going to deal with this? We are going to get roots up on all of them. I need this one to die. There we go. Then I need to charm the new one. And then I'm just going to fight those two together. And just med through it. Because I'm not going to risk a charm break just to kill him. So I need the root to wear off the pet. Because I rooted that pet before I charmed him. Should be breaking here very shortly. There it goes. We've had some close calls, some dicey moments here on the stream. Ratwill, where is the 7-minute undead spawn? That sounds nice. If you don't mind sharing, if you're there and you don't want somebody like knowing your spot, then that's totally understandable as well. Okay, we need to find another gorilla. Actually, we'll grab this flower. Ooh, my gorilla is just destroying this flower. We need to find something else for this gorilla to kill. There's another gorilla here. Oh, come on. Line of sight by that little hill. Oh, man. And then I interrupted myself. Running back to the hill, even though the hill is not as safe as I thought it was. I just got to keep an eye out over here. And then I think what I'll have to do here is I'll have to break charm on my own pet and kill my pet, and then either recharm this guy. They look like they're staying pretty close, actually. Ratwell says, was on phone. We'll look it up. Oh, appreciate that. Always like learning something new. All right, I'm keeping an eye on my pet, my gorilla. Oh yeah, they're like neck and neck now. Okay, my pet is at 8%. Let's go over here. Oh, this wall is invisible wall is deceptive. Now we'll just finish them both. Uh-oh. Oh. His his root broke in like half a second. And then his root is about to break because this took longer than I wanted it to. Oh, but he's a runner. It's so weird. Some of them run, some of them don't. Okay. Well, we got her done. Also, I'm not sure what's going on, why the frame rate. It's something to do with the video encoding. Let me take a look here. I tweak something. I don't know if it's this zone or what, but yeah, I've noticed that the frame rate was dropping there, and I apologize. EQ is old. It doesn't, especially the titanium client is super old, which is what Project 1999 runs on. And it doesn't always play nice with newer hardware. Let's see. Ratwell says, not sure on level, but on map number 9, close to shore, just south of Ruin. Let's take a look at that. So here's Lake of El Omen. There's 9. Oh, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. There is like an undead that just stands there. Let's see if he's in. He's got to be in this list. Maybe he's not in the list. I would expect he's probably in like the 40s. But I don't see anything. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Redwell says, I sat on shore and was chill. Yeah, I love camps like that where you can just... You don't have to run and find things. That's why I did a lot of leveling in Temple of Droga and down near... ...20% to go to level 49. We are making progress here on the MMORPG stream. Thank you guys for joining me on a Saturday. Hopefully the day finds you all well. It's been a great experience getting to know all of my viewers, or not really getting to know all of them, a few of them, but also just seeing that folks are enjoying watching this as much as I'm enjoying doing it. There's been a few points where I was like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore, and then the support from you guys lifts me up, and I keep going. The early 40s, late 30s, early 40s were pretty rough. I feel like the greatest challenge is yet to come, though. Some of my longtime viewers can attest to that. The 50s, I've heard, can be quite a challenge. And especially solo with no gear and spells that are not going to become available immediately. Or not no gear, but low gear, I'll say. Tempting fate by running up this hill here. Where's all the gorillas? Oh, there's one. Oh, that's like a moldering ape, though. Oh, goodness. That's a big mosquito. Those things kind of freak me out. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's just this zone. I've noticed that it just acts kind of weird. There's zero reason why my frame rate on this computer should be acting up on a game that was made in 1999. Okay, we have one gorilla. Now we must get another. Gorilla spotted. Maybe for right now, I'll just bring the view distance down just a little bit. I feel like it's kind of an issue with probably all the trees. It's the trees for some reason just like absolutely freak this game out. Even when I've got it running on, you have to go in and you have to do the set affinity and make it run on all 4 cores because the game doesn't even recognize multi-core processors on its own. All right, these two are really close. This is good. Uh-oh. Charm broke there, but I think we're gonna be okay. As long as nothing comes up behind us. He resisted my spell at 0% health. He really wants to live. And we're just gonna root rot this guy. Try to regen some mana. That is if root will hold. Oh my. So I am looking forward to 49 because I can get the Paralyzing Earth spell, which is a more effective route. I think that's going to help a lot. Oh shoot, trying to drink my coffee and that stupid shaman is running by again. I've decided to name this cup Mirko Crow Cup because it's those of you that have watched for a while, it's my Croatian coffee cup I got when I was overseas. And if you've ever watched UFC, there was a Croatian UFC fighter named Mirko Crow Cop, and I decided to name my Croatian coffee cup Mirko Crow Cup. It is my favorite coffee cup right now. Ever since the one my youngest daughter got me for Father's Day, the handle broke on it. I was washing dishes a little too fast, and I bumped the handle against another cup, and it just busted right off. So now it's a change cup, but I can't use it for a coffee cup because it doesn't have a handle. So Mirko Crow Cup is now my favorite coffee cup. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Ratwell says, back had to take care of someone? No problem. Got to take care of your real life. I remember when I was playing on Blue back when my kids were really young. I would always time my breaks and make sure the kids had their juice and their food, and it worked because my computer was out in the dining room. So, and their playroom was right behind me, so they were right there. It was cool because I would tell my group like, "Hey, in an hour I have to stop and make dinner. You guys want me to drop group?" And 9 times out of 10, they would just be like, "Nah, man, you do you." So that kind of goes back to what Ratwell was saying about best community. I feel like by and large, the community on P99 is amazing. You run into the oddball, butthead, but for the most part, positive interactions. There he is again, that tainted fiendling. He's so fast, I don't think I could charm him. I'd love to charm him, make him kill his pet, and then have a flower kill him. I just realized I haven't had Screaming Terror on my bar this entire time. That's a total fail. It's the same icon as Invoke Fear, and I put the wrong spell up. Alright, I've spotted the next victim here. Oh, he's fast. Oh, goodness. That was kind of scary. That flower was like chasing me and biting me in the butt. Or whatever those flowers do. I'm not... How would that flower attack somebody? Think he would use like his vines to whip you? I suppose that would hurt if they were spiky. I ran into a freaking tree yesterday that was spiky. Ratwill says it's the pedal paddle attack. Yeah, I was walking on the sidewalk and this tree was like, ooh, we have the tainted gorilla. Should we try him? I'm at 70 mana. This tree was hanging down in the, this could be a bad idea, but we're gonna go for it. Oh, goodness, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that frame rate. I can't get it licked. Oh, man. I've tried like 4 different things. Okay, hopefully this goes well. Smash Yop! Thanks for joining. Welcome to the Cast Nation. Glad to see you here on the stream on a beautiful Saturday. Oh, smash ya up. I get it. Okay, my pet is holding his own against the tainted gorilla. Oh, he resisted. I hate that. Wastes your mana. Yeah, we needed like a dot on him. Because we're going to try to do this right. We're going to try to get experience for both of them. Hopefully that that gorilla shaman doesn't come over the hill. That would just mess everything up. Okay. Time for the risky bit. Charm break. Ah! Ah! He interrupted my spell. That kind of messed me up. Oh my goodness. Root's gonna break on the other guy here soon. In fact, I think it just broke. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He spawned a corrupted gorilla. Oh, is that part of the deal with the... Because that mob is for the druid... the druid epic. Okay, the corrupted gorilla is level 47. The tainted gorilla was 39 to 41. Okay, this is the guy we do not want to mess with. But he's just like right there. Is he going to go away? Does he like despawn? Okay, well this is a perfect time for me to hit the head. So we're going to feign, that way I don't have a shaman run up on me. Stick around if you guys are having a good time on the stream. Really appreciate y'all being here. I will be back in about probably 2 minutes. All right. Let's get back after it. We are making good progress here. Thanks for sticking around through the break. %, to level 49. Should make quick work of that with the charm soloing. Can't imagine how fast this would be if I had done this during the double XP. I think during double XP I was just kind of trying to get gear still. I did get from like 35 to 39 over the Thanksgiving double XP period. And then for the Christmas one, I actually got hooked on Guild Wars around Christmas, and I played Guild Wars for like 3 weeks. The original Guild Wars. Love that game. I've kind of wanted to break into streaming it a little bit here and there, but I've got my hands tied with Mr. Best Friend. I need to get to level 60 before May. And the reason why I need to get to level 60 before May is because the TLP for Everquest Retail will come out in probably the latter half of May. And I will most likely be playing that as long as the rule set is good. If it's a really weird rule set, then I probably won't. But those of you that have been watching for a long time know I'm not really super interested in rating on EQ, at least classic era EQ. So once I hit level 60, that's pretty much going to be it, I think, for Mr. Best Friend, unless I get a wild hair and I decide to go farm or decide to get into raiding. But everything I've seen is indicated to me that I don't necessarily want to do it. I much prefer the leveling. The journey is the destination for me. And that's one thing I really love about EQ, especially classic EQ, is the leveling process is so fun and engaging versus on modern MMOs, you're like, oh, here we go. I got to level to max so I can actually play the game. I mean, shoot, there were points when I was playing like retail World of Warcraft where mobs were dying in one hit. You know, it was just so, it didn't matter what kind of gear I had. People actually invented their own self-imposed challenges because the game was so easy. They would try to level all the way to level whatever in like gray items because it was just so boring to do it normal. You get gear upgrades on modern World of Warcraft and it's like, I don't care. It's so inconsequential because you're already killing everything in one hit. All right, that gorilla is still down there. I'm presuming he's there to stay. I'm going to actually announce this to the zone. And give them the location. That way, maybe somebody can get their epic item if they want it. And then I'm just going to have to be mindful of him whenever I run back. Actually, we're just going to need to go somewhere else. I really don't want him joining any sort of fight that I have going on. Alright, here's a new gorilla. Let's see if we can grab him before he goes out of range. And then there's a plague bone skeleton walking up on me. He's also an undead, or not also an undead, also a blue con. I've never fought one of those, so I'm just going to let him go. And we're going to try going somewhere else. Ooh, I hear that gorilla right behind me. We're just going to try like right here. One risk to this spot, though, is enemies could come pathing right up over that hill. Mobs on Everquest ignore the laws of gravity. They will just walk right up a hill. They must have amazing, like, quadriceps. They do a lot of time on the stair stepper. They're like mountain goats. You guys ever see a mountain goat that's just like, you look up at the hill and you see a mountain goat? Not even a hill, like a canyon. And you're like, how the heck did it get up there? There's a spot in around where I grew up. Uh-oh. That gorilla was really close. There's a spot near where I grew up where people go to see like some waterfall. Oh shoot, there's another gorilla. There's gorillas everywhere over here. Oh no, okay. Let's see if we can recover this. That one's at 42. That one's at 54. We're gonna charm this one. We have 3 mobs engaged on us right now. Okay, we picked the wrong spot. That's kind of what this boils down to. Let's get let's see. Let's get over here. There's a hill behind me. I don't really like that, but I'm kind of limited in what I can do here. Yeah, people go to watch the waterfalls, but then like there's mountain goats up there. And you look up there and you're like, how in the heck did that mountain goat get up there? I'm not even gonna try to do anything fancy here with like breaking charm to nuke this guy. Here comes the second mob. It's doing that visual bug where you root them and it still shows them coming after you. I think that's just a P99 thing. Okay. Now we're in better position. So we should be able to charm break and nuke both of these. And get some nice juicy experience out of both of those. Okay, there we go. Just put some distance between me and them. Make sure I'm not about to get ambushed here. Hopefully that root holds. Grimlust. I think he put us over. I think that's it. 6,000 points. I'm pretty sure that's a wrap. We are gonna have to have a 24-hour stream. Oh no, we're at Grimlust says we have 890 points if anybody wants to tip it. Oof. What would I do on EQ for 24 straight hours? One thing that I wonder is like my decision making ability, my cognitive capability at say hour 18, hour 20. What's that gonna look like? Ratwill contributed every point that he's gotten. No, it's all good. I wouldn't have put it up there. Smash you up. Oh, smash you up. Finished it off. All right. Grimlust says easy peasy. Let's go. All right, so I can't just take this stream and turn it into a 24-hour stream. I'm gonna schedule it. It'll be probably a Saturday. And it's gonna start early and it's gonna end early, so that way I can recover for work. Let's see, do we have any 3-day weekends coming up? I think we have a 3-day weekend in February. Ratwell says, Grim the Tainted is up for your Druid Epic. Oh yeah, if you have a Druid, come get this guy. I announced it to the zone, but wait, did he despawn? No, he's still down there somewhere. I just can't see him. It's too dark. I think that's him right there, yeah. So yeah, if you need a Druid Epic, anybody watching, if you're on P99 and you need a Druid Epic item, there it is. Yeah, I'll have to schedule it for a 3-day weekend and then schedule it for kind of an early start, early finish the next day. That way I don't die. I can recover before I have to go back to work. That'll be a lot of fun though. Let's do it. Oh shoot, there's that stinking shaman. Seemed like there was a lot of gorillas over here. And yeah, where should we go at 49? I don't mind this spot, but it's a little stressful. Just a little unpredictable. But I suppose that's something I'm probably going to have to get more used to. Okay, there was a leech. Where did that leech go? Ratwell says, oops for Chris, not Grim. Let's see, if I can make it over to this mosquito, we'll fight him. Because I don't see any gorillas. I need health. I need health badly. Looks like my gorilla is absolutely destroying this mosquito. Which is crazy because he's a blue. We're going to try something. We're going to try... Okay, gorilla, get back. Gorilla, get back. Don't fight him. Don't fight him. We're going to do something sneaky here, and we're going to try to get full experience for that. We need to do it quick, though, because there's a dot ticking on him. Oh. Gorilla fist to the face. Okay, we got full experience. We're just going to recharm Mr. Gorilla here. And of course, collarbones fell off in the middle of that. Because I'm pretty bad at watching my timers right now because I'm focused on not dying to my charm pits. I have a feeling that shaman, that gorilla shaman, is gonna like find me. I feel like that's gonna happen soon. That thing's been racing around for a couple hours now. This guy's a green, so I'm not even gonna bother breaking charm just to nuke him. Let's see. Oh, there he is. If my pet wasn't so low, because my pet's sitting at like 50%. I would go for him, but with him being a cat, scary. You guys see me jump? Okay. I'm not even gonna bother with this guy. We need health, so we're gonna life tap him a little bit. Hopefully the roots hold. Oh no. Hello, Mr. Gorilla. You want to be my pet? Oh no. Oh. Did root break? Again? Oh my. This guy's giving me hell, and that gorilla keeps walking towards me as well. That rhymed. What is going on with the frame rate in this zone? Oh, the tottering gorilla, the other tottering gorilla just aggroed. Not good. Okay, let's get some fresh roots up on both of them. Actually, I really need to conserve mana. Let's see, I have a dot ticking on you. Alright, I'm just going to finish him off. Oh, that was not a nuke. Well, no matter. It was a dot. It'll finish him. Ooh, yeah, we're cutting it really close on mana. Okay. We really just need root to hold for a second. I think we can just feign him off. Okay. Oof. That was a little dicey. We got it done, or at least got it handled. So here's my dilemma. I have 4% mana. I'm feigned. If I stand up and the gorilla remembers me, I need enough mana to be able to root and refeign. So I'm staying down. Collarbones is up, so I am losing health, but I'm getting mana a lot faster. When you're feigned and you have no Lich spell up, you get like no mana. It takes forever for your mana to come back. So I'm going to stay like this. Get some safety points here. Because I have a feeling he's going to remember me. Let's see, I have 141 mana. That's enough for 2 feign deaths, or 1 feign and 1 root. Because I'm always thinking worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, they remember me, I feign fails. I don't want to be totally at that point. So I'm thinking ahead. Alright, safety feign. Failed the safety feign. Hopefully that gorilla doesn't come back. I'm not sure where he is. I feel like I would have seen him by now. Safety feign. Feign fizzled. This game hates its players. That is a fact. Alright, that was 2 feigns, and I didn't see him on the first one, so... we are just gonna head over here to the zone wall, get some mana back. That zone wall is deceptive. It's right here. I'm like running against a invisible wall. I wonder if there's anything in these ruins. Then the other thing is I'm not going to have a lot of health because of Call of Bones depleting my health. So what I'm actually going to do, it's going to take a little bit longer. We're just going to do a Lure of Death. That way I don't drain down to like 20% life before I get full mana again. It's so dark. Oh, hello, mosquito. There's so many mosquitoes. It's like a mosquito convention over here on this side of the zone all of a sudden. There we go. Now I can see. Dang, there's a raptor there too. This place is trying to kill me. It wants you guys to see me die. Alright, up here. This is a good spot. Is that gorilla still up? I don't see him, but it's really hard to see down there. And we have just 9% to go to get to level 49. Mr. Best Friend is officially my highest level character I've ever gotten on P99. And that's not a good thing because I started P99 in 2009. And it's crazy to think P99 only came 10 and a half years after actual Everquest release. And it's so a private server based off the classic era being 15 years old. It's kind of crazy. Where does the time go? I've always only played P99 kind of on and off though. And so I've never fully dedicated to like, I'm going to get a character to level 60 like I have with Mr. Best Friend. Probably the closest I came before this was my enchanter. And I think he's at level 47. Yeah, I remember when P99 still had the map, when it wasn't dark all the time. It was basically EQ Titanium with only the classic zones enabled, but there was a ton of stuff in the game on blue back in the day that was not not supposed to be there, and it just took time for the devs to comb through it and get rid of stuff. The UI has been really trimmed down. Obviously, they still haven't gotten rid of some of these things are not classic. Actually, the Duxa UI has gotten rid of it, but yeah, if you're running the regular UI, it's still got like the tabs at the top. None of that stuff obviously was in there. And if you guys remember, if anybody played EQ in 99, feel free to reminisce with me, but do you guys remember the tiny little box that you had to like look through? I started EQ in 2001, and they had already added the Velius UI, which was a little bit better. It kind of was more transparent, gave you more screen space. But there was no like in-game prompt to tell you that UI existed. Ratwell says only when not medding. Oh my gosh, you just gave me like a terrible flashback. Yeah, meditating and you had the full screen was just the spell book. So you had no idea what was going on while you were meditating. It was terrifying, really. But you had to meditate. Yeah, this spell book filled the entire view window. That was an experience. And then I figured out you could change the UI, and I was like, oh, thank goodness. Yeah, that little tiny window. It was less than half the screen space. Ratwell says you prayed your group was okay. And I don't think you can on P99. I haven't grouped in a while, obviously, but especially back in the day, you couldn't see anybody's mana bars on your group UI. So everybody had to post in chat 40 mana, 50 mana. I think that's still the case, though. I think you still have to report your mana, which is super important if you're a healer because you got to tell your group, hey, I don't have any mana, don't pull. It's funny that, not funny, it's actually really cool the amount of trust that people put in each other in these groups. Yeah, the gorilla is still here, corrupted gorilla. There are no druids in the zone. I don't know if that item is no drop. I don't really feel like looking it up. Let's see. So a minute ago there was an absolute ton of apes up, and now there's nothing. There's a raptor. Where did all the apes go? Yeah, it was kind of funny how much screen real estate the original client dedicated to basically like mud commands that you would have used on a mud. Like, tell me why we needed a full button that was pretty big just to run the who command. Because like typing /who was too inconvenient, I guess you needed a button for it. I get it though, there was nothing like this really out there. You know, Ultima Online was so different from EQ. And Ultima Online was very minimalist because they took kind of the Ultima 7 approach when they developed Ultima Online. And for those of you that know Ultima 7 had very minimal UI as well. To the point where it actually, for me, detracts from the game. I can't get into Ultima 7 because of that. I don't like having to move things around in the bag. I find it really annoying. You're like, where's my bread? It's buried under a sword, gloves, spell components. Okay, I tried to charm this guy and I interrupted my own spell, which is always frustrating at the end of like a 7-second cast or a 10-second cast. But we found another gorilla right away, so that's good. I did it again. I interrupted my own spell again. I think I'm trying to go too fast. Yeah, we can't go back to our normal spot because there's a giant mosquito over there. So I guess we'll fight in this bowl. You know who fought in a bowl? The French at Dien Bien Phu. And if you guys know your history, that did not turn out well. I actually read the whole Wikipedia article about Dien Bien Phu. It was in Vietnam. They essentially established a forward outpost with an airstrip that was not connected by land. Okay, there's the shaman. That's bad. We don't want him. Oh, no. Let's see. What can we do about this? My pet's taking. Oh no. Okay. We're gonna go with the Feign. I think he's casting on me. Oh no, he was healing. Oh, thank goodness. Sorry if that was loud. I apologize. Just like the French, we have failed. We did not give tactical consideration to the terrain. Oof. Well, I'm just glad I made it. Okay, we're at 1 hour and 58 minutes. I'm going to stream for 2 more hours, but I do like to kill the stream for about 15 to 30 seconds so that I can upload it to YouTube and keep it under 2 hours. So if you guys are enjoying it, stick around for about a minute and I'll be back. And then for those of you watching on